right, so today's episode is going to be kind of quick and easy. Baseball playoffs are coming up.
Yeah.
8 weeks.
They already released the schedule earlier today. Wild card games, October the 3rd, I think.
3rd through the 5th, and then those will both be on ESPN. And then after that,
too, yeah. Mm-hmm.
American League will be playing on Fox all throughout the playoffs.
Of course.
And
last year was National League, so this time's American
National
League.
League is going to be on TBS this time around. Little update on the standings, why don't we?
I don't want to talk about it, man.
Yeah, we're not going to go into divisional standings, but as of right now, here's your playoff picture. Right now, it looks like the Orioles in the American League, first off, we're going to start with that. Orioles have the best record.
They're
Who would have thought?
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
They're going to have that bye week.
If they hold on to it, don't forget they're still like
by first round.
By first round.
I'm talking about football.
Yeah, you're a little ahead of there. But no, that's one thing that we did need to address there is, if they can hold on to that. I mean, they're only up 3 games.
I think they can hold it.
For best record. Yeah. Well, there's how many games left? 40-something? 45?
So 70. So they have 70 wins and 42. So we're talking about 100.
There's about 50-some games left.
Yeah.
50. A little under 50, 51.
40-something.
Yeah.
48, maybe? No, 40.
You're going to make me do the actual
50,
math on it, aren't
50.
you? You're just throwing numbers out
50,
there now.
50 games. 50 games left. So it's 100 and 112 right now.
Yeah, 50 games left. There
50
you go.
games left for them. So
okay. So they went 8-2 in their last 10. So they've been hot.
That offense.
And you wanted them to give up all those players for Shohei.
I didn't say trade players ready. I said they have the best farm system.
Their farm system is,
and what the Angels was looking for before they made the decision just to keep Shohei.
Right, but like you said, they had the best farm system. Well, they had the best farm system at the beginning of the year. They've called up about 5 to 10 rookies already.
So they could be a 3rd or 4th place maybe.
Yeah, but no, all their prospects are still, they're called up already. So they would have had to trade them away because they are MLB ready.
Even, I don't hate the Baltimore Orioles. They deserve it.
Yeah.
They've been struggling for years. For maybe 5-6 years. Struggling. There was the puppet of the league, but right now they way deserve it. 70 and 42. I have to.
Yeah, it took a while after the Chris Davis situation. That's when. And
I think the president of operation of Baltimore Orioles, he predicted this. He said, "Give me 5 years." When he got hired from the, he went from Houston Astros and he's a president of the Baltimore. He said, "Please, fans, don't give up on us. We're gonna make this club better." And that's the results right now.
That's exactly what they did. Texas has the second best record right now. 67-46. They've won 7 straight. They're 7-3.
Oh yeah,
they've been red hot. I seen a game over the weekend.
I think the best offense in the league. I think.
I seen a game.
Atlanta.
I seen their game over the weekend against Miami. They were down 3-0, and then it turned into 6-3, and then it turned into they took the lead 9-6, and then they won it 9-8. Their offense. Bullpen's been struggling. Maybe that's something they should have addressed at the trade deadline. But Minnesota's winning the Central. Cleveland was a half game back at the trade deadline. They are 5.5 back now. Nobody really expected a Josh Naylor injury. Also, Tyler Freeman, one of their young guys that they expected to step up. He's hurt, and then just reported today for Cleveland, David Fry's hurt.
Oh, no, my God.
So they did claim Ramon Laureano off waivers.
From Athletics, yeah.
So it's kind of like another Miles Straw. Miles Straw's hitting better, though.
I hope Laureano gets back. He
2018, 2019, right before COVID. Once COVID hits, his career went downhill.
Yeah, I hope he gets the career in Cleveland. Hope so.
Hopefully. So now we're looking at the wild card teams.
Tampa Bay. Big loss today. They lost the A's for the whole year. They say it's unlikely.
Yeah, McAllister.
Yeah.
McClanahan.
Yeah. He's out for the whole year. Well, that's highly likely. That's what the manager said.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done. And could be a surgery as well.
So he might miss the beginning of next year, mid-season. Is when he'll be looking to start throwing again.
Big loss for Tampa Bay. They've been doing good this year, but with the key injuries they have this year, and they're in the wild card right now. I expect them to be in the playoff. I don't see them fall from that. Maybe Houston can catch them up, but I don't know if they will be out of the playoffs. I think they will keep the playoffs.
So as of right now, you got 3 wildcard teams.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Tampa Bay is 4 games up on the last place wildcard team, which, by the way, they're tied right now, which is Houston and Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto plays Cleveland again tonight, by the way.
You have to be careful. Toronto
Speaking, we're gonna go back to that real quick. Did you see the game last night that Gavin Williams pitched?
Oh my God.
7 innings, 12 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit.
That's crazy.
That is the only time in their franchise history that has happened. And you're talking about guys who produced Bob Feller, Len Barker, Roberto Colon, CC Sabathia, Cliff Lee, Corey Kluber, Shane Bieber, Carrasco, Bauer. I mean, the list goes on, and they've never had that
inning. The 8th.
I mean, the offense has let us down tremendously when it comes to that.
Well,
it's a lot of rookies, man, and it's not the same magic as last year.
But
but
right now, the Blue Jays have not the best bullpen, but they upgrade that bullpen from
Cardinals. That bullpen's good.
And
our bullpen, or Cleveland's bullpen, gave up after that amazing game 0-0, bringing a bullpen guy, and they blow it 2-run homer. It's a Kevin Biggio of all people.
That he's struggling.
One of the worst power hitters on the team. Not Guerrero, not, Bichette, Biggio.
This sucks.
Yeah. So you got Tampa Bay in first of the wild card teams, then Houston, then Toronto.
Watch out,
and
Texas Rangers. Just be careful. Be careful. You have to keep that standing right there in the first spot.
They're up 3 games right now, it looks like.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But looking at the teams below them, I mean, Seattle is 60 wins and 58 for Boston, 58 for the Yankees, 56 for the Angels, 54 for Cleveland. The rest of those teams, there's 4 more left. Detroit, Chicago, Kansas City, and Oakland are all below 50 wins.
What the heck is going on with the Angels? After they say, we're going to keep Shohei. After that trade, after the trade deadline was over, they've been lost 7 games in a row. 7 games in a row.
Yeah.
So you talk about failure trade. You just buy right now.
Well, what were they supposed to do though?
No, but I'm saying, you have Shohei's leaving. I think he's leaving. I don't think the Angels have the money to keep him.
Well, then where's he going?
Well, I'm just saying he's going to the Dodgers. I think my opinion.
You think the Dodgers have the money if the Angels don't?
Of course.
Mookie Betts, Kershaw.
They're gonna lose a lot of pitchers right now. They don't have a good pitchers next year. So
Bueller's not a free agent.
But I'm talking about Kershaw. I don't think they will re-sign him.
Okay.
Or the other is injury for the whole year for Tommy John surgery, correct?
Yeah, but then don't forget. Oh, there goes Jackson. Also, don't forget they also just signed Freddie Freeman to a long-term deal. So you have Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts on massive contracts. They signed Chris Taylor to a decent amount of contract. They extended Will Smith.
So who's gonna sign him?
It's got to be a West Coast team.
You telling me?
I think he takes a discount to stay with the Angels.
You telling me the Oakland Athletics will sign him?
No, I didn't say that. Why are you putting words in my mouth? Don't you dare put words in my mouth. Don't you start that.
Or maybe I don't think San Diego's gonna sign him.
No, San Diego doesn't have the money either. San Diego can't even sign Soto.
So the Angels, you think they have the $600 million to spend after? They have a lot of issues to fix. Pitch is not the greatest.
They can drop contracts. I know for a fact they can. They can work out a buyout with Anthony Rendon. They can find a way to renegotiate that contract to pay him, kind of like they did Chris Davis. You pay
Anthony Rendon. You think you're gonna figure out a contract with him? I don't think Anthony Rendon will do anything and say, you know what, you sign me with this contract, I will.
I'm not saying that they're not gonna pay him. I'm saying that Anthony Rendon needs to hang up his career. It's done. It's over with. He's never healthy on the baseball field. They need to find a way to say, hey, look, we're cutting you. You're gonna get the Chris Davis type of treatment, where they pay him X amount of money every year at the end of the season versus during the season. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They'll pay him at the end after the revenue and everything. It doesn't count towards their cap space or whatever. They'll find a way to do it that way. Or not. They don't even have cap space in baseball. No. What am I talking about? But that's one of the things right there where they'll just allocate that money to go at the end of the years.
Shohei's leaving.
Okay, well, he's going to sign with a West Coast team. And
he's signing with the West Coast. And I think the Dodgers will be the one.
Again, if you don't think the Angels have the money, then why do the Dodgers have the money? Dodgers are top 3 in payroll. Angels are near the middle.
I get it, but remember, Angels not a franchise like the Dodgers are.
They are now. Have you not seen the attendance since Shohei came in?
How many teams in California right now?
You got the Giants, you got the Padres, you got the Dodgers, you got the Angels.
And who's the biggest franchise in California right now?
Historic franchise. You're going by history.
No, but I'm selling the fan base.
Which stadium is selling out more often?
Dodgers.
Angels.
You think the Angels?
Yes.
You think the Angels will keep?
Do you not know how many people they get from Japan to come over and watch Shohei Ohtani?
I get it.
That's where they're getting their money.
But right now, if the Dodgers sign him, there will be more fans coming to that way. It will.
But the thing is that's what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that, hey.
Okay.
So hold on. What you're trying to say basically is this. So the Dodgers have the money, but the Angels don't. But you're making no sense in that sense as well because of the fact that you are saying, hey, the Dodgers just signed all these massive contracts. There's only one massive contract on the Angels. That's Betts. Mike Trout. Mike Trout on the Angels. But you have Mookie Betts, you have Freddie Freeman, you extended Will Smith, you gave Max Muncy a contract, you gave Chris Taylor a contract. You just traded away your prospects for Ahmed Rosario. Or, well, you not prospects. You traded away, at this point, a floater. That's what Noah Syndergaard is.
Do you think there was a surprise team which tried to make a run? Texas Rangers, maybe?
There's only one team I can see that is more on the West Coast that he might sign with.
Seattle.
No. And that's just because they have traded away a lot of their players. They have a lot of young players coming up. No. They have a lot of young players coming up. You're just thinking West Coast here. They have a lot of young players coming up. They traded away a lot of people. They have a lot of good prospects coming up. They're really young. The ball travels well at their stadium.
Talk about the Central Division?
No, it's a West Coast team.
Is the West Coast in American League?
No, National League.
National League.
It's in the same division as the Dodgers.
It's about Diamondbacks? Or
no.
Rockies? Or
Rockies.
Do you think? Oh, come on.
Why not?
Come on.
Why not?
The Rockies?
Why not? That's a dark horse. You said a dark horse team. I gave you a dark horse team. Did I not? You asked me for a surprise team. Is that not a surprise team?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you understand my explanation with that, though?
You know what the dark horse team for me? And you would say you freaking your mind. We talk about this. And you said that you agree. You say this. Maybe Cleveland can do a run for Shohei.
That was kind of joked about, but yeah, it's not the only way that happened. I mean, if you go back in the Angels game, there was a lot. Well, the thing is if you look at that, there was a lot of Japanese people here during the Angels series when it was in Cleveland. Yeah. I was at one of the games. I seen it. There was everybody and their brother and their family. Like there was families of 4 to 5 that had Shohei Ohtani jerseys on. So,
but right now, with that trade deadline was over. Angels lose this trade. They lose this trade. Look at the standings right now. They are like what? 8 games. Was it 8 games behind for the last place of Toronto? 8 games.
Yep.
They're not gonna make it. You know that.
Here's the thing. There's 50 games left.
50 games left.
Right.
And 8 games is a lot.
Correct.
Especially, I don't know what the schedule looks like. I don't know if they will play Toronto again.
But you got to remember this though too, and I understand it's a totally different team or whatever. I get that, but when we came back from the All-Star break last year, did the Braves not go on a 21-4 winning streak or a record in 1 month? That could definitely happen in September. You know that there's going to be teams that they face, like the Rockies, like the A's, that are just going to say, we're shutting down these players for the year. There's no point in keep hurting them or keep going about it or whatever. They're going to win those little sloppy games. They're going to win it. That's the way it's going to work.
We'll see. What is the most disappointed team that you think that you should be did a good job this year?
We talking American League? We need to get into National League, by the way. Here.
What National League right now?
Well,
I think San Diego's one.
American League team, I'd say the White Sox are the most disappointing.
Oh yeah,
they've been absolutely terrible. National League, and also
did you see the reports about Chicago? What happened?
Yeah, and it's already been denied by Grindal. I don't believe that.
Okay. No, not what that one about the. There's no rules. It was reported by the new Yankees reliever Middleton.
Yeah, there was no rules in the bullpen. People, rookies were sleeping and stuff. Yeah. Most disappointing team for me. I mean, there's 3 teams I can put on there. The 3 that I'm thinking about are the Padres, the Mets, and the Cardinals.
Oh, Cardinals definitely.
But I got to go with the Padres.
More.
They had the
salary.
most hype. They had the most money spent. You have Soto, Tatis. You have all this great pitching. You have Machado. How do you not even compete for second or third place and even compete for wild card? I mean, they're nowhere close.
No.
They're 4 games. Well, I mean, there are 4 games back on the wild card right now, but I mean, you got teams like Arizona, Miami, Cubs, and Cincinnati. Yes, Cincinnati's struggling, and they're 3-7 in their last couple. Miami and Arizona are 2-8 in their last couple. I just don't see the Padres making the playoffs still.
No. Look at San Francisco.
And the Padres aren't signing Soto either.
Look at San Francisco, what he's doing.
So that's interesting
That's
too.
interesting.
Look at your top 3 division leaders for there. You have San Francisco, who has 62 wins. Philly, who has 61. By the way, they came out of nowhere. And Cincinnati with 60. I mean, for first place, our first round bye is pretty much, that's still up for grabs.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the wild card, 58, 58, 57. Any of those teams could seriously take that wild card spot or that 1 week bye.
It means
or
the
one
American League is dominated National League. They are dominated the National League.
Yeah, when you first off, nobody expected Baltimore, Texas, and Tampa Bay to be as good as they have been this year. I expected them to be better, but not like this. I expected Texas maybe be second or third. What were they last year? 4th, 5th place?
4, I think it was.
Yeah, I expected them to take 1 or 2 standing spots up. But no, I mean, you got I'm sorry, that's not division leaders, that's wild card. We are way off there. Division leaders are Atlanta with 70, wild card Dodgers is 65 and 61. So it's not really up for grabs. It looks like Atlanta might run away with that.
I think
so. Atlanta should get the bye. Dodgers can easily slip out of here. They're only 3 games up on the Giants.
Be careful, Cincinnati's coming.
They're 1 game behind.
Yeah.
If Cincinnati wins that, after all the reports of their owner saying enjoy these players while you have them and stuff like that, and all this stuff about we spend money and they really don't. Cincinnati owners were about to kick their owner out. They were like, we're done with you. Every fan was pissed off at them. Blah blah blah. Now look at where they're at. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of the trademark of the 76ers, trust the process. That's what everyone says.
Mm-hmm.
So.
The process came early for Cincinnati.
Yeah. So we got that going. So football season. We had the Hall of Fame game last Thursday. Preseason week 1 officially starts this week.
Cannot wait.
So.
Man. Cannot wait for your fantasy picks either.
Yeah, I'm not giving any tips on that or anything.
No. Just spoil something the podcast over here. Spoil something for your favorite pick.
Nope, because I haven't.
Make sure it's not Jonathan Taylor.
No, it won't be. Trust me. Last year I learned. Somehow I ended up swinging Jonathan Taylor and Nick Chubb, and I picked number 1 overall. Don't ask me how, because I don't. No, I do have 1 fantasy football league draft actually in 12 days.
12 days.
12 days. August 12th is or August 20th is my first one. I have another one on September 3rd and then September 4th.
So the picks, okay.
So, yeah.
Interesting football season.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, there's a lot of people that can go number 1. Like Baker Mayfield, like Kyle Trask, Yeah. Those are guys on my number 1.
No way. Come on.
As I wink at you.
Oh, come on.
Because I'm not giving you who I'm taking number 1.
I don't know who's your pick number 1.
No. I am actually. I know one of my leagues. I know I'm drafting number 1, so I already know who I'm taking because that league is. It's a unique way to go, but I'm not telling you who I'm taking. You want me to tell you? I'm not telling you. It's not happening. Keep tapping the table all you want.
We'll see what's gonna happen.
Be like, hey, who's your favorite player this year? I'm gonna be like, I don't know. I'm gonna go with
Lamar Jackson.
I'm gonna go with LaDainian Tomlinson. The running back from the early 2000s for the Chargers. Let's go with him. I'll take him.
I know who's your pick in the first pick.
Who am I taking?
It's a running back.
It is not actually.
Oh, wow.
It's not. That is the most I will give you.
I know it's a wide receiver. It has to be one of those 2.
Well, don't forget that I'm taking number 1 in 1 league.
Which is the Bengals wide receiver Chase.
No. So the one thing I will say is this. In the 1 league that I do draft number 1, it's weird. So you can win the league, but your main goal is you want to be the top scorer at each position. So, like, top quarterback gets $10 back, top receiver gets 10, running back 10, flex player 15. Okay. So, who knows? Maybe I go Patrick Mahomes number 1. Maybe I go Justin Jefferson number 1. Maybe I go, you want to have in that league that I draft number 1, and you want to have the best players in your lineup. You don't draft to win. You draft to win as much money as possible throughout the year. It's weird, but I like it.
I was watching the Browns game. I forgot his name, this wide receiver rookie. He did a good job.
I know who you're talking about.
I forgot his name, but
I'll let you think of it.
But if he's doing this in a real life games, like just regular games.
Even though it's against third and fourth stringers, but yeah, sure, go ahead.
This Browns team can have a good offense.
Possibly. Don't forget, he's like fourth or fifth on their depth chart.
I get it. I know. But I'm saying that with the Amari Cooper, what's his name?
Elijah Moore, they just traded for Donovan Peoples-Jones. No, Donovan Peoples-Jones is ahead of him.
Okay,
yeah.
But I'm saying
David Bell.
This team could be real. With the running back Nick Chubb, I know we don't have correct.
Well, they just lost Jerome Ford, their second stringer. He's out for a significant time.
But if the defense gets step up for this year,
yes,
we have a good chance. The Browns have a chance to at least compete and reach the playoffs.
It all depends on what happens with Joe Burrow too, because there's reports that he might miss the first week or two with his calf strain, and Jamar Chase even kind of said hey, I want Burrow back 100%. Don't rush back.
The first game against the Browns too.
And then the Ravens the Steelers the next week, or Ravens the next week, or whatever. Yeah. So, yeah. So Bengals play the Browns, and then the Ravens.
Cleveland.
Yep. And then the Ravens will host the Bengals week 2. They don't want to go 2-0 at the deadline.
No. That Bengals is alarming.
Or not
right
deadline. 0-2 at the beginning in divisional play.
That's not good.
No.
But I think the Ravens. You think they compete?
I think honestly, I do think that it's a 3-way toss-up between the Browns, Bengals, and Ravens. Don't get me wrong; the Steelers are going to compete as well. They're gonna shock people, but I could see something. Actually, let me look this up because this is what we'll be doing next week. I did my prediction based on week to week to see where standings are.
Mm-hmm.
I did put the Steelers to be a little bit less than most, just because of some of the tricky games, stuff like that. But I might be wrong on this. I think they maybe have 1 or 2 more wins than what I have them predicted at. So I think that they're more like 8 or 9 wins.
We'll see.
But
I want my Browns to step up this year.
Yeah, well,
it was so disappointing last year, and I understand with the the suspension for Deshaun, and the quarterback that was not. He's not your starting quarterback though. Exactly.
And I get it.
So I think the chemistry with the training camp and maybe the preseason games, they can figure out things and maybe they can work it out. The key of the Browns to make the playoffs is health. Amari Cooper.
Yeah, they're not on a good start right now. They just lost 2 defensive ends, and then they lost a running back.
Yeah, running back. Yeah,
for a couple weeks. There's one thing I am curious to see when it comes down to fantasy football and see where these training camps go and stuff like that. I'm curious to see what happens with Dallas' run game because Pollard's supposed to be back. But I'm curious to see where that goes, and I'm really curious to see who wins the starting job and who gets second string for the 49ers. Because it's not necessarily Brock Purdy, but it could be just because Trey Lance might need more time.
And the Browns played the 49ers this year as
Week 6.
Yeah.
By then, you'll know who their starting quarterback is, though.
It's a tough schedule the Browns have. I checked. It's not the easiest schedule.
They're 15th overall in schedule strength.
Okay. So
Ravens are 19th, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Eagles have the easiest.
Eagles have the easiest?
From what I've seen, yeah.
But Eagles is a different, league, NFC.
Yeah.
So
hey, you might have to play them in the Super Bowl if you make it there.
Hey, let me tell you,
Browns. I'm not saying it. Don't you say it. Don't you dare say it.
But I'm saying, I know a lot of Browns fans. We listen to this podcast. They say,
we got Ravens fans too.
Here we go again. This is the year for the Browns. I'm honestly think this is the year of the Browns made the playoffs.
They'll make it to the playoffs, but
at least made the playoffs first, and then we can talk about what's gonna happen later. But if the defense with the new defensive coordinator that the Browns have, with the experience with the Eagles, and he convert this defense or the Eagles have to the Browns.
Well, he was there. He was the guy who took them to the Super Bowl as a head, or I believe as a head coach, defensive coordinator. It was one or two.
Coordinator, yeah.
With the Eagles when they beat Tom Brady. So that says a lot about Jim Schwartz right there.
So,
but I will say this: you got a tough road if you're any team
We have played the Cardinals this year. I saw that. 49ers, Jets as well. But I don't think the Jets. It depends on the chemistry, but we'll see. But the Jets play against the Browns almost at the end of the season. They play against Jacksonville, I think. The Jaguars, I think.
Who?
The Browns.
Yes, they do.
We'll see what's gonna happen. But if the Browns get this offense rolling,
that's a unique fantasy football report I just got there. I'm pocketing my phone.
Oh my God! You have to let me know.
No,
you have to let me know what's your pick, guys.
No.
Just predict who's gonna pick first overall pick of the fantasy. Who you guys think he's gonna pick this year? I'm excited for the football season. I know the baseball season is still going, but right now, me and him, we have a disappointing year for the team that we're rooting for in baseball. I'm not going to talk about baseball.
Yeah, let's not get into the whole thing because we're running on time.
I'm excited for football. I'm excited, especially with this new Browns roster they have. It's almost the same, but I'm talking about Deshaun Watson all year long.
You're coming over one Sunday. I'm telling you that right now. And yes, you are. You're going to have an alcoholic beverage, and you're going to drink.
I got the wings ready.
You're going to, yep. So here's the deal. I ordered this a couple weeks ago. It's supposed to ship here in the next couple weeks. I'll have it before football season starts. It's from Beer Pressure Company, CO. They have what's called the last leg game. I bought it. I bought it for baseball and football. So we'll do it for playoffs and so it's stuff like, hey, second down. First off, make sure if you're drinking, it's 21 and over. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm not 20
and 3/4.
No, 21 and over. We don't condone underage drinking. That's a way we're gonna get our channel taken down. We're not doing that. So, but no, we what it is stuff like hey, next field goal miss. You take 2 shots. You are.
So we're gonna play this game like this,
every Sunday.
Shit, that would be drunk as hell.
Especially in Browns games. Cade York likes to miss a lot of them.
No, but that was last year.
It didn't change. Did you see the Hall of Fame game? He missed that and almost missed an extra point. It has not changed. I seen this is the funniest video I ever seen and wanted to hear though. Man, I haven't seen a right hook like that since Cade York kicked, and they were talking about Jose Ramirez when he hit Tim Anderson. I haven't seen a right hook like that since Cade York kicking field goal.
Anderson.
Down goes
Anderson. Yeah. Remember the Frazier fight with I don't know who was the opponent. Down goes Anderson. Yep.
Tom Hamilton is great.
There were jerseys too. Name it.
That's the one thing. Cleveland Company, I'll tell you right now, it is absolutely crazy. They immediately, within less than 12 hours, got a mass production of shirts made and sold them the next day.
Wow.
Yeah. Cleveland Company, they're just CLE.
That was a big
it's
punch
ridiculous.
right here in the.
Oh yeah, he rocked them good.
Roof was Odor.
Oh no, no. That was a whole different fight.
Oh my God.
They both ate each other's punches.
Well, he hit it hard.
Tim Anderson dropped. He got clipped. But yeah, so football season's coming up. We are going to end this here though. But last thing I will say is this: we are going to be doing something for football season I'm very excited for, such as we're going to give our predictions for what we think is going to happen based on schedules now. We'll drop that next episode. We'll talk about that next episode.
We have to print out the schedule.
Yep. Well, I already have everything ready to go for you to do after this podcast. So there's that. And then second thing is we're going to change. So we might have a prediction at the beginning like we did for baseball. But we're going to do a week-to-week basis because you never know who gets hurt, what happens, whatever. And we'll see. Whoever has the best record at the end might be able to make a punishment up for the worst record at the end.
I don't want to talk about that.
We'll figure that out. That might be something we do live on Twitter or something. We'll figure it out. All right. But other than that, you guys have a good one. We'll see you again next week.
Have a good one. Have a good, wonderful week.